All right, so here we are on the screen. As you can see, bruh, passed right there. The boy is not playing around. Phase one, blah, blah, blah. Actual date is today's date. Okay. Profit target, hit the profit target, no drawdown, blah, blah, blah. You see the accounts actually like trades actually right here. Within 12 hours, I ended up hitting that shit 2%. A bunch of numbers that we really don't care about. We just care about the chart right here. Okay. Traded Asia and then traded New York. First trade here that hit stops. I was not having it. I was not having it. So I was like, let me just go in again, bro. It's just $5, bro. Let me just go in again. So saw saw something that made sense here. Went ahead and took a sell. Got out down here. And yes, I was in this trade for a hot minute. It almost hit stops. Different type of trade. I say that because this was not really a normal trade I would have taken. It was more of a aggressive entry because it's like, bro, I can lose $5. It's no big deal. So a bit more of an aggressive entry. Take profit was on point, by the way. Let me say that again. Take profit was on point, by the way. Nice 2-1. And then as soon as take profit got hit, price rejected. Why did I aim for this area right here? And don't expect me to be like, okay, here's a strategy, here's what you got to do. No, just trade your strategy, your system, whatever you want to do. It just mostly comes down to leveraging more than you usually would. That's really all it comes down to. There's no other way to say this. If you want to pass something fast, just risk more on the evaluation. That's really all there is to it. There is no magical strategy or this or that. The magical strategy is just literally risking more per trade. Obviously, you got to have a high win rate, but that's all it is, bro. That's really all it is. So targeted these lows. Obviously, I wasn't targeting these lows down here. I was targeting near that area because I noticed that when price gets near here, it doesn't exactly take this out all the time. A lot of times they'll go near it and then reverse, and that's exactly what happened. So that was Asia session. Fast forward, I got multiple accounts, so yeah. Second trade I took was this one. This was my trade setup for my futures accounts, but it didn't hit. I hit break even, which kind of sucked. It literally tapped this price right here, this high right here, and was like, nope, psych. But we got out on the 25K around this area right here, and that's how we ended up passing. So yeah, that's about it. Those are the trades. If you want to get more details about what exactly the account is, go ahead and continue watching. I got a Flash account. Okay, I got a funded elite Flash account. It was $5. The reason I passed so fast within 12 hours literally was because it was only 2%. The goal was just to hit 2%, and that was it. So I was like, okay, well, this is super cheap. Let me go ahead and just full port that bit to 2%. No issues. I already have a high win rate. I already have a system that makes sense. Might as well go ahead and go for it, okay? Yes, there is an activation fee. There is no way how someone's about to give you $25,000 worth of buying power for $5. That's very unrealistic. Don't ever think that will ever happen. Okay, there was an activation fee. I paid a little bit more than normal for the activation fee because I wanted to get that 14-day payout thing because we're on a mission, man. We're going to be documenting this. Okay, what we are documenting is taking this Flash account, rolling it into bigger accounts, and then bringing home 10K per month off of those accounts. Simple, okay? I think this is the most safest, fastest way to get funds, okay? A lot of niggas, they'll be talking about, oh, you got to go ahead and trade futures and full port your futures accounts and this or that. I don't see no futures accounts that are for $5, okay? Yes, the activation fee does cost more than a 50K futures from somewhere like Lucid or Alpha, which is about $90 on average, factoring in multiple different discounts. You know, you got 30% discounts, 50% discounts, 40% discounts. But here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I said safest, bruh. Notice I said safest, okay? Because you could get futures accounts and still fuck up on them, right? And another thing I noticed with these Flash accounts from Funded Elite is that based on what I see, it looks like it's a bit easier to get a payout on them. So here's the deal, okay? 6% drawdown. You get more drawdown than a futures account, okay? Because if you're risking 1% on a futures account, that's going to be 4 trades till you hit your max drawdown. And yes, it's trailing as well. The Flash account also has trailing drawdown. I'm pretty sure the whole world, well, the whole world who trades that world understands that static drawdown doesn't really exist anymore unless you go with the traditional CFD prop firm. So we got 6% trailing drawdown instead of a futures account, 4% trailing drawdown. Say we were just risking 1%. Yes, there's a consistency rule, but the consistency rule is very generous. It's more so like you just hit what, 3 to 4, like about 4 trades just to get a withdrawal. That's like nothing. Like what, you can't get 4% in a month, really? If you can't get 4% in a month, obviously you're doing something fucking wrong. There are so many different strategies and systems you can use. Getting 4% in a single month should be no fucking issue. Even if you get 4% during the first 2 weeks and then you lose it all the next 2 weeks, you still hit 4%. You could have stopped fucking trading, my boy. So 4%, that's pretty much what you got to do. Another thing you got to do is just stick to 1% risk. Like, this is a CFD prop firm. We know how CFD prop firms are, okay? If you're gonna do this, don't go crazy on the funded account. Just do it on the evaluation and leave it there. Because I'm telling you, man, niggas will find a way to not pay you out. Think about it. I mean, I know it's a small account, so I probably couldn't get away with going a little crazy, but there is this rule that says you can't risk more than half of the daily drawdown on the account. So your boy's gonna play it safe and stick to 1%. Which is plenty anyways. I mean, think about it. I paid like what, $250 for this all in. One trade, 1% is $250. I just got to get to a band. You're telling me I can take home like what, $800 off of a $250 investment within what, the next 2 weeks possibly? Given New York continues printing the way New York has been printing for my system, seems like a pretty good return on investment, in my opinion. Okay, so yeah, this is just like the most safest, cheapest way that I've seen after crunching numbers from all these different prop firms and whatnot. And honestly, I hope this video doesn't get a lot of views, because I feel like if this video gets a shit ton of views, then Funded Elite might nerf this shit. So yeah, the goal, I'm going to end this video on the whole breakdown of the 10,000 goal. Okay, so in case you want to try this, you can go ahead and give it a go. Some other things to keep in mind is that Funded Elite allows copy trading, okay? When it comes to these Flash accounts, because not everyone's going to try to do the same thing, start with a 25K account and move on. Wait, I'm about to break this down, but when it comes to the Flash accounts, the best Flash accounts are going to be accounts that are under 100K. So if you're going to do this Flash thing, only stick to a 25K account and a 50K. Stumbling my words, man, I'm talking too fast. And a $50,000 account, 50K account. The reason I say that is because once you get a 100K account or a 200K account, it doesn't make any sense anymore. The trailing drawdown, max trailing drawdown is 6%. But if you go with a regular ass fucking account, or maybe even an instant funded account, or instant funded accounts are actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. It is a part of the breakdown, but what I'm trying to say is that once you hit $100,000 or $200,000, those account sizes, if you go to any other type of challenge that they offer, the max drawdown is literally 14%. So it's like, why the fuck would I buy a 100K Flash account with the max drawdown of 6%? That doesn't make any fucking sense. So yeah, like I said, copy trading is enabled. So if you want to copy trade MetaTrader 5, Max Trader, or Trade Locker, I don't think Flash has Trade Locker though. Whatever, bro. But here's the breakdown. I'm gonna do this breakdown and I'm gonna end the fucking video here, okay? Here's the breakdown. We get the 25K account. We already completed step 1, which was getting funded 25,000, okay? We take those profits, might need to use some of my own money, whatever, call it a fat ass discount, okay? For you people who, I'm not even gonna dive into that. Take the funds from the 25K account, okay, the withdrawal from that account, roll them over into a $100,000 instant account. Now, I know what you're thinking, instant account. Why the fuck would you get an instant account? Like I said, the rules on an instant account are very generous, the most generous I've ever seen personally. I've looked at a lot of instant funded accounts, and in my opinion, based on the rules I've seen, I think Funded Elite has the best instant accounts. Their pricing actually makes sense. So I'm gonna roll those funds into a 100K instant account. Take the funds from the 100K instant account. I'm either gonna roll it into a 200K instant account or just do another 100K. I don't know yet. I did a rough draft this morning. Things might change, but pretty much the goal is to roll it into another 100K instant or a 200K instant, and then roll that into a 400K instant, which is going to cost a lot because the goal will be to get a instant elite where there's no consistency rule. So it's like, okay, well, if I get an instant elite account, I'm funded instantly and there's no consistency rule, and I already have a lot of bread from the 100K account, well, 300K in funding, well, shoot, let me blow these accounts and just get a 400K instant, and then boom, I'm banking, bro. I get 5% on that joint, shoot, profit split afterwards, bro. I'm taking home like 16 bands, bro. That's actually more than the challenge. That's actually more than the whole goal, which is 10K per month from doing this funding elite thing. But yeah, that's the breakdown. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. If you made it this far, well, shit, you might as well jump in on the bandwagon too. Go ahead and get you a 25K account, link in the description, obviously, because I'm not about to be talking about this firm and all this just to not put the link in the description. This wasn't even like a promotional video or anything like that. Kind of sounds like it in a way at some points, but it's really not. I just found something that was pretty fucking cool. And I really do think this is the most safest and fastest way to get your bread up when it comes to trading. Like, it's 2026. Like, do you really want to keep working at whatever job you're working at? Or do you really want to be broke for the rest of the fucking year? At least get to like 5K a month by the end of the year. We have 6 months left, bruh. I mean, think about it, bruh. You work 40 hours a week, right? Say you work 40 hours a week at $20 an hour, bruh. That's like, what? 80 times 20, bruh? I mean, most jobs don't even pay 20. That's not even that much, dude. That's like less than $5,000 a month. Or you can do this funding elite thing, get a $5 account, get your bread up, scale all the way up to, maybe just scale all the way up to just a $200,000 instant account. And yes, there's trailing drawdowns, so you might need to buy another one after 2 or 3 payouts. Whoop-de-doo, who the fuck cares? It's 14% max drawdown, bro. It's a 14% max drawdown. Most of these instant funded accounts, they have trailing drawdown, and it's like fucking 5% or 6%. This shit is 14%. It's a fucking no-brainer. It's a cheat code, bro. I can't say that. This shit's a fucking cheat code. So, say you just get a 200K instant account, right? My eyes are kind of burning now, bro. My eyes are kind of burning. But you get 6% on that. It takes what? I don't know, like 6 to 7 hours a week to find a setup, enter that setup. Maybe you want to watch it, maybe you don't. Okay, 7 hours a week. 7, 14, 21, 28 hours a month, okay? Or maybe even less because maybe you don't trade one day. But let's just say, for the sake of keeping things simple, 28 hours a month, okay? And you have your 200K account and you reach, I don't know, 5%, right? You reach 5%. $10,000 after profit split, maybe you get like, it varies, but let's just say you get $8,000. So with 28 hours of work, you just made $8,000, which is double what you would have made from your job working 40 hours a week at $20 an hour, okay? But here's the huge thing here, the amount of time, because it took you what, 100, say, it takes you 160 hours, probably even more with traveling and all that if you don't work from home, just to make 4,000 while you get to stay home or go whatever you want. Spend 28 hours, that's like, bruh, 160. That's what? 28, that's 15%? 15%. Damn, bro. 15%, bro. Jesus Christ. So 85% less time and double the money. Yeah, do what works for you. Stay consistent.